Hi everybody, my name is Liz Skinner and I work at the National STEM Academy at the Museum of Aviation in Warner Robins, and I'm going to show you another one of my favourite experiments today. I love an experiment that can be used with simple things that we have lying around at home. So our experiment today is called the leak-proof bag, and the bags I like to use are the fairly thick plastic bags like the freezer bags, and this bag is an example of what we call is an example of what we call a polymer. Polymers are large molecules made up of a long chain of networks of smaller molecules called monomers, like here that I have drawn. And then examples are plastic bags, carpets, swim bins, silly putty, numerous things that you have at home. They are synthetic, some of them, that are man-made, and some of them are natural, so you can have natural polymers as well. So with this experiment, you just go ahead and open up the bag, and it's really cool to do with your children in the classroom if you use a child or your child at home as kind of your assistant. I don't have an assistant today, but you'll see what I mean when I do the actual experiment. So go ahead and open up the Ziploc bag, and you just need a pitcher with some water, and I'm going to fill up the bag probably about 3/4 of the way. You need a good amount of water at the bottom. And then go ahead and zip it up, and I'm going to put that down when I do that so I don't spill it everywhere. Now this is where you would pull someone out of your audience in the classroom, or you'd get your child to come up, because what you would do is you would ask them whether they're brave enough for you to do this experiment over their head, because you could hold it over their head, and then what we're going to do is we're going to slowly poke these pencils through the plastic bag and see what happens. So I'm going to be really brave and not do it over the top of my big bowl. I'm going to do it over the top of my desk. And I'm going to start just with one right in the center. So what you do is you kind of twist it as you poke it through. And this is great in the classroom, or if you've got more than one child, because they kind of ooh and ah. And of course they really want the water to leak out and their friends to get wet. And then I always say, well, let's try another one. Let's see if we can do two. So you just keep twisting the pencils, and I'll explain what's happening in a minute. You have to do it fairly slowly. You don't want to go too quickly. And I'll go ahead and put 3, but usually if I'm doing this with students, I'll try and put like 5 or 6 in. What's happening is, with these polymers, they're a bit like strands of spaghetti. When you're poking the pencil through, the pencil is kind of weaving its way through those strands of the polymer. And then what's happening is they're kind of closing up around the pencil. So as long as the pencil is in the hole, it's not going to leak. That's our leak-proof bag. But the fun bit at the end, after you've done your demonstration, is taking the pencils out. Now you can go outside and do this, or if you have access to a big bowl like mine, because the children love to see this, because the polymer is not going to seal, the bag is not going to seal around the big hole. So as soon as you pull the hole out, you are going to get your water. And this is when the children wish it was still over the top of someone's head, but obviously, and there we go. So this plastic bag is an example of what we call a polymer. And there are many out there, and you can research them a bit more, and obviously if your children are older, you can talk a bit more about the molecules and the polymers and the chains. But this is just a great introduction and a very simple experiment to do called the leak-proof bag. If you'd like, the lesson plan is on our educators resource page, which is on our website, www.museumofaviation.org. You have a great day. Thank you.